It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Detroit Lions.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
He was good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Throwing to start the drive. Purcell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10. And Purcell. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. Back to throw. Purcell. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Looking to throw. Purcell over the middle. He'll get it to Harrison. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
7 yards there and a 1st down. The Lions at 8-1 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Mills now on 2nd down.
Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I think he had eyes on that run the whole time. Good anticipation because it seemed to me he waited for the coverage to get drawn away and then had the easy scamper out of bounds to get the short yardage 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Mills.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You look at this Raiders defense.
They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the 1st down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mills now.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
His throw caught at about the 5.
And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Gibbs going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Gibbs again, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Now the extra point. Now before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week.
There he goes, right side.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Up the middle they go. It's Harrison, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To throw on second down, Purcell.
That's caught. It's Josh Downs.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run on first down. Harrison. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Now 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Purcell. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
but they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Back to throw. Purcell. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Throwing, Mills. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 55 yards. And the Lions will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. On 1st and 10, Purcell.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Pass complete there to Harrison. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Purcell.
This pass left side to Downs.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
But Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Now Mills.
Flush to his right. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
After the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He's across midfield.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passes.
Season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
1st down, Mills.
And that is incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now a 2nd and 10. Mills to throw it. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not?
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal.
Final play of the half, Mills.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs,
as time expires in the first half.
And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. So they say no to the field goal try late in the half, and it winds up really paying off as they score on the final play.
Yeah, a little bit of a gamble, but they had some foresight as well because they knew they were going to get the ball to start the third quarter. So they thought to themselves, if we score here, we can double up on back-to-back drives when we start the second half.
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
So we have come to halftime, and what's already past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Pettis now from his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Lions to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third and 4. They go play action. Mills.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here comes the Lions punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Operating from the gun, Purcell.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Purcell.
That complete to Downs.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5.
Back to throw. Purcell throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
The throw over the middle taken in. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Off the play fake. Purcell.
Pass complete right side to Bowers.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Good work here by the tight end. It's a crossing route off of play action. They're going to let the slot receiver run a post to hopefully let the defense think they're taking a shot. And then they bring the tight end underneath, and it winds up a first down.
Back to throw again.
That's to Bowers once again.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, two-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll try to run this one in. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. Where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Yeah, Detroit back in possession of the football. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And what a tough spot for this defense because they know it's coming, but they're just powerless to stop it. What a great run there to start the drive. And you can bet there'll be more where that came from as they try to ice this game away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, here's Gibbs. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. With that last effort, he has reached now 10,000 career rushing yards. Congratulations.
Big-time congratulations. That also means that his publicist can make sure all the information gets to every voter out there who has a say in the Hall of Fame. Fashion together a heck of a resume.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Now it's Gibbs. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. 4th down, a give to Gibbs. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Looking to throw is Mills. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the fourth quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Play action now. Mills under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 30. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, partner, I would say just avoid play action, but that's not just been the problem. They've been getting pressure on all types of pass plays and really piling up the sacks in this contest.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw, Mills. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mills throwing middle, and it's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Mills eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st down, Purcell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bowers.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
Mills back to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And that touchdown just might do it.
I would agree. That probably does. Barring a miracle, they're in great shape.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So now London down by 10, 35 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Throwing to start the drive. Purcell. This taken in by Downs. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Throwing on first down. Purcell. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's second down and 3. Back to throw. Purcell. He'll get that complete to Harrison. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Looking to throw on second down. Purcell. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. So it's a win here for the Lions, and it was all thanks to the play of their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for Detroit, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and